My name is Rick Caruso, and I'm running for mayor of Los Angeles. And I want to thank you for inviting me here today and giving me the time to meet with you and talk about the things that I think are important to all of us who love this city. And that is the reason I'm running for mayor, because I do love this city. I raised my family here with my wife, was married here 35 years ago to Tina. We've raised 4 children in Los Angeles that are now 32 to 22 years old. Very close family. My grandparents were immigrants. Both sides of the family were immigrants, but they came first from Italy to Uniontown, Pennsylvania, where my grandfather was a coal miner, then moved to Boyle Heights, where he was a gardener. We were raised believing in our faith, believing in our family, and a commitment to giving back to the community. And that's what I'm excited to do. And I also started my business here with 1 employee and built it up over time to be I think, a well-admired company. And I don't believe I could have done that anywhere else but in Los Angeles. So I have a great love for the city, and I'm excited to give back to the city, work hard for the city and for the residents of Los Angeles, and put this city, I think, in a better direction. Good question. 20 years ago, Jim Hahn asked me to be the president of the LAPD. It was at a time where crime was spiking. The department was under a federal consent decree. It needed to be reformed. It needed new leadership, and officers were leaving. I came in as president, removed the existing leadership, hired Bill Bratton, put in a whole new team of leaders, hired more officers, reformed the department, turned the department back over to civilian control. The federal courts signed off on all the reforms I did, and we got crime down to levels of 1950. I've done it before. I will do it again. And you're absolutely right. Crime is out of control in the city of Los Angeles. And what's equally, if not more concerning, is the issue you raise on hate crimes and hate incidents, especially against the Asian community. It's up 100%. 100%. It cannot be tolerated. LAPD has to be well trained. The officers need to be on the street. We need to go back to community policing, which I brought in 20 years ago. Senior lead officers on the sidewalks, getting to know the residents, the merchants. The Asian community needs to be protected. And we need to have a policy, which I would have, of zero tolerance and absolutely arrest the criminals that do this and make sure they get prosecuted and hold them accountable. Well, let's just remember that 10 years ago, we got a pledge that homelessness was going to be eradicated from the city of Los Angeles. And what's happened over the last 10 years? It's doubled. It's gotten worse. We've had a failure of leadership in the mayor's office and in the city council. There's no doubt about it. And so you need to change leadership, which we're about to do, but you have to have a leader that understands how to be an executive, make tough decisions, fair, compassionate decisions, but tough decisions. 44,000 people are now living on the streets of Los Angeles. It's a terrible condition. It's inhumane, what we're allowing, but it's also leading to crime in our communities throughout Los Angeles. And it's in every corner of the city. And we can't allow it anymore. So I have a plan. If you go to carusocan.com, very comprehensive plan to remove encampments from the streets and give the services to those who need it on the streets, mental health, drug addiction, and also people that just need an opportunity to restart their lives. We have to give people a better way and a better path to live their life, but we can no longer allow encampments on the streets throughout this city. Yeah, it's a good question. I started out as a small business, as I said, with 1 employee. I understand how tough it is to build a business. I also understand in the Asian community, very similar to my community, the Italian community, and so many other communities in Los Angeles, we just want the opportunity to live, work hard, raise our family, practice our faith, and get our slice of the American dream. 90% of the businesses in Los Angeles are small businesses. They need to be protected. The city needs to serve them to make sure that we're allowing businesses to grow, hire, build up their businesses, support their families. And so small business and big business are going to be a big priority because our doors are going to be open to welcome business in the city and grow businesses in the city, in every community. It's a great question because it's what I'm doing now and it's what I've always done. You know, I've been meeting with the Korean community, I'm meeting with the Filipino community, and meeting with the Chinese community. It is a diverse community. It's a community that's critically important to the future of the city because there are so many that are in this city that are working hard and adding to the culture and adding to the diversity. The diversity of our city is what gives it strength. So my office, the employment in my office is going to represent what this city looks like. And we're going to have people from the AAPI community in the office in important roles to make sure we're serving that community. I promise you that. No different, by the way, than I've done in my own company, because all of our properties, everybody is welcome. And the diversity in my own company, including the Asian community, is very strong, and that's very important to me. You know, there's so many great places in Los Angeles. I think that's one of the things that we all love about Los Angeles is that it's endless and great places to go to. But I am a lover of water. My family and I have always loved being around the water and being around the beach. And I would say, you know, go down to the edges of Los Angeles near the water around sunset. It's pretty spectacular. And just taking the beauty from the beach, you can see the mountains, especially during the winter time, and the snow-capped mountains, and you look over the water, it's pretty spectacular.